FG bans over 2,000 Nigerians and foreigners from traveling abroad and into the country for 1 year. Welcome to the news. Nigeria Presidential Steering Committee (PSC) on COVID-19 revealed that it has so far banned over 2,000 Nigerians and foreigners from traveling abroad and into the country for 1 year, due to the evading and avoiding the coronavirus polymerase chain reaction (PCR) testing in Nigerians' airports. This was disclosed by the National Incident Manager (NIM) of the Presidential Steering Committee (PSC), Mokhtar Mohammed, on Monday in Abuja. The PSC reveals that the names of over 2,000 citizens and foreigners had been sent to all major federal medical facilities where medical experts were assigned to give care to Nigerians and foreigners that have traveled into the country and during the COVID-19 third wave. He also added that the federal government had warned the passengers arriving in the country from high-risk regions must be quarantined in a government-provided facility, and the passports of those who failed to comply were suspended for 1 year. What the PSC said on passport freeze. We have included the provision of quarantine for passengers who arrive from high-risk countries, and people who evaded these protocols have been penalized by publishing their names as well as suspending their passports for 1 year. Let me assure you that so far, we have published the list of 2,000 people who evaded quarantine in our health facilities, and we have gone ahead to ensure that their passports are suspended. So for every action, there are consequences. Recall Nairametrics reported in December 2020 that the federal government initially announced the suspension of 100 passports belonging to Nigerian passengers who refused to undergo the second COVID-19 test immediately after arriving in Nigeria, citing the suspension for 6 months, and also published their passport numbers for flouting the obligation to test within 7 days of arrival in Nigeria from overseas travel. As we go about our daily activities, we should keep in mind that taking care of yourself is one step to taking care of the environment. No matter how safe you think you are, protocols must be followed. In taking care of yourself, especially with the COVID-19 raging everywhere, this third wave, please, taking care of yourself is also taking care of your neighbor. If you do not follow the protocol, and if you do not run the test, you stand the risk of putting not just yourself, but your community and your loved ones at risk, which I know you wouldn't want that to happen. So this is one area where we say health is wealth, and nothing is too big to be done to health. No time is too big. To avoid all these suspensions going on, most especially our businessmen who would be traveling for meetings and what have you, and other people who are going to be traveling, please and please, it is expected that one should obey directives and be safe, not just obey directives. Make sure you are safe. Make sure you take care of your health, because like I said earlier, it is in taking care of yourself is one step to taking care of your loved ones and the society at large. If you do not do this, imagine a scenario when you come back and you flaunt these directives and nobody is praying for the worst. Nobody is praying for the worst. But what if it does happen, and because we did not follow directives, you end up giving members of your family, which now I know the people you might meet might not just be members of your family. You may end up spreading this everywhere. You wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't sit well, even with you as well. It wouldn't sit well with you. So please and please, if these directives are to be followed, you just follow them. Do your part. Do your part and be a very good citizen of Nigeria that looks out for his or her neighbor or his or her society by following the directives and keeping safe. Some people, they believe that, most especially this COVID-19, they are living in denial that it is not real. But I tell you, some real deaths have occurred outside and within Nigeria. Those deaths that occurred were related to COVID. This one, they are not staged. So for those that are saying it is not real, please, even those within Nigeria, we should take care of ourselves, so as not to front the directives. And as we have heard in the news, for every action you take, every decision you make, there's a reaction, there's a consequence. So let's take good decisions, or let's make good decisions for not just ourselves, but for our neighbors and community. And we know you're going to be reaping the fruits of taking this good decision, which is we are going to be safe health-wise, not just ourselves, our neighbors, our loved ones, our family, our community members, and everybody who is going to come in contact with us. For us living in Nigeria, let me use this opportunity to say, please, we should also be careful. We should really be careful. We shouldn't be ignorant of the fact that this virus is outside and is really ravaging the world. We shouldn't have this mindset that it does not concern us. We that are in the country, we have not traveled. You might come across those that traveled. You might come across those that have traveled. And of course, you might not be informed that they traveled or they came in from these countries where the COVID-19 is having its third wave. So let's be safe, take care of ourselves, wash our hands, make sure you maintain the social distancing, and when you feel sick, you treat yourself, you stay home, stay safe, make sure you take very good care of your health. And we believe it was defeated the first time, the second time, and this is the third time. I know it is not like we defeated it it's not like it was defeated that easily. It gave us a tough fight before we defeated it. But it is believable, and it is believable that we are going to be able to resist and conquer it once and for all together. If you come together as a country, if you come together as a society, and have it at the back of your mind that if you're taking care of yourself health-wise, especially this period, you're not just doing yourself good, but members of your community good as well. And in doing this, let us ensure to stay out of trouble. Trouble, I mean, don't flaunt others and your passport has been suspended. And before you know, it will incur more costs. So let's stay safe, let's stay out of trouble, and let's obey directives given to us. On this note, the news comes to an end. Thank you all for tuning in and listening. Until I come your way next time, have a pleasant day ahead.